right, step one of the quail setup done. Now to get some cages and birds and some accompanying materials. All right, here's step two of the quail setup. I'm actually going to move this whole thing behind me because this area gets some decent direct sunlight, and behind me it gets plenty of light, but not direct sunlight, because I don't necessarily want them right under the direct sunlight, even though I'm going to probably put something on top of this cage. And I'm also going to make a carrying handle because I don't trust this. It's a little thin. I may need to pick this thing up and move it around, especially when I need to clean it, and I just don't trust that handle once there's birds in it. I got this at a big mercado, the Feria Libre, today, and I got some bedding. So the bedding was only like $1 for a bag, so I went ahead and got 5 of them. I'm gonna go back this weekend and get probably 5 hens, and later I'm gonna get another cage, and I'll probably get a rooster and a couple more hens so that I have fertilized eggs, because I plan on hatching some eventually. So next up, I'll be making my feeders and watering system for the cage, and we'll take it from there. So I got my cage, I have my bedding, and now I want to make a little like carrying handle for this cage. It's kind of flimsy, the handle that comes on top of it. So I'm going to make a new one. I want to go get my birds tomorrow, so I kind of need to get this done now. It started raining, so I was going to do this outside, but I'll just do it under the cover here. So hopefully it doesn't start raining again because it can be kind of loud. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is make a handle, and then I'm going to get my feeder done and waterer done. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have my temporary feeding solution here. I have to get some feed and see how well it works. I'll probably, when I go to the big mercado where they sell animals and cages, where I got this cage from, and see if they have any other options just in case it doesn't work. And I need to get some kind of watering solution. I have a couple of ideas, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. But this was just a cheap little container. Cut some holes in it, it cracked, but I sealed them, and put the food in the top, and it should come out and not be too much food at a time. So should self-feed a little bit until I get a permanent solution. So we'll see how this works out. All right, another update. Went to some pet shops today and got my watering solution for the time being. And I also went to a guy that makes furniture and like planter boxes, stuff like that. And he's gonna make me a cage with an egg rollout. The egg rollout is something I really want because I don't want to have to reach in there and get the eggs, honestly, and I don't want them to have to step on them and maybe poop on them. So this is gonna be my temporary or secondary cage once I get that cage built. It would have cost me more to get the tools and build it myself than to have somebody do it here. It was pretty cheap, honestly. But these little bottles here, they're made for like curables and little cage animals, and you fill them up with water and they drink out of it, and it comes with a little clip right here that you just attach to the side of the cage. I don't know how well those are going to fit on the new cage once they're done, but it also comes with a wire that you can attach to the cage. So if these don't work, they didn't really cost me anything. They were $1.60. So I'm not really losing anything by trying these. So stay tuned. I'll get the birds in a couple days, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, so I got my birds, I got some feed, I got my first cage. Like I mentioned, I am gonna get another cage. Got some water, and I'm about to put some food in this container for the first time, so hopefully this works out. If not, I just have to pour it in the container straight up. So let's see. Okay, it worked out pretty good. So I'll see how much they eat, and then I'll adjust how much I'll put in the container. Because I may have to keep enough in there so that it just kind of feeds itself. But for right now, I'm not sure how much they're gonna eat. So I'm gonna leave it like that. But seems to work a little bit. And there are 3 holes, 2 here and 1 over here on this side for them to eat out of. I have 5 females, hyenas, hens. I'm not gonna get a male yet until I get my other cage, and then a couple more hens. So hopefully I can handle them the way I'm supposed to, and I don't hurt them. Put them in the cage. So here we go. Something that I forgot to mention was fodder. And I'm gonna make some wheat fodder for the birds. So got the birds and the fodder at the same mercado. This was 30 cents for a pound. Wasn't even sure how much I was gonna need, honestly. And I'm gonna soak them overnight. That's what I'm gonna start with. Hopefully it's not too much. Hopefully that works and get these little sticks out of here. And I'll come and cover this up and check on it tomorrow. 24 hours is about 5:30 tomorrow evening, so. All right, so far so good. We'll see how they make it overnight. First night here. I'm no farmer, so I'm learning as I go, but should be an enjoyable experience. Maybe I'll have some eggs in the morning, who knows? But I want to make sure they're healthy and fed and watered first. So that's my first video, and next time I'll give you an update. Hopefully it has some eggs by then.